Hello everyone, welcome back to a wonderful day here at Rathbone Manor. It's going to be a nice day again today, and welcome to another car boot sale flea market report. Let's go and have a look what we bought. Okay, so I've got some more interesting stuff and another guess the brand too. Hopefully I won't be in here too long because it's getting rather hot in here. What's it in here now? Let's have a look. 29 degrees already in here, guys. Okay, so where shall we start then? Okay, so let's sort this lot out into some groups, shall we? And I'll tell you how much I paid for everything. There's that lot. Those two. Okay, so here we are in groups. This is the first stall I came across. These two cost me £1.50. He was originally asking £1 each, but I asked him, you know, £1.50, and he said, yep. The next stall, this lot here, 1, 2, 3, 4, £4 paid for this lot. Quite a nice grouping here too, guys. And then finally, this lot here came from my favourite stall. It cost me a bit more money, this lot. £15 for this lot here. So what we'll do is, we'll start with this little fellow right here, very briefly. Okay, so this one is this week's Guess the Brand. Okay, I'll just put my finger over here because it's got the branding on it just there. Turn him over. There's a couple of reasons I bought this one. It was military issue too, so let's have a look at the markings on there. Okay, so there we have the broad arrow and possibly a year too, but I can't quite make that out at the moment. Maybe you guys can see it better than I can. But there we go, so there's that. So we'll have a quick look at this one because this is today's Guess the Brand. So we'll pop back to this one later on in the video, guys. And from that same guy, I picked up this interesting little, I guess you could call it a vernier of types. Let's have a look, it's got some markings just here, so have a look at those. Chesterman, Sheffield, England. Number 1410 by the looks of things. Interestingly, this one's got both metric and imperial measurements on it. What about the other side? That's interesting. Well, that is interesting. It's got a slightly offset scale on this side, look. So quite an interesting little measuring tool here. It just slides about like so. And I think you can push, I think the idea of this was to lock it because it'll slide about quite easily now. And you just do that and it should in theory have locked it at one point. Well, we've got some more markings here, look. London. Okay. We've got 0.5 millimetre markings up here. It's a little bit loose, so obviously it's seen some wear. How old it is, I don't know. But it's quite a nice little bit of kit. What do you think, guys? Like that? Okay, so next up from my favourite tool stall, I bought these two little fellows here. I got myself another one of these Richards Brothers and Sons of Sheffield. It's another little tent branded wrench, as you can see, laminated. And I picked this one up for my colleague in the machine shop because he wanted the last one I got. What size is this one? I think this one's about, yeah, that's about a 4.5 inch, this one. It's a little bit on the stiff side of things though. And it's probably got something to do with the fact that it's had a bit of a hammering just there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a definite hammer mark just there. And it's becoming delaminated a little bit. But what I like about this is it's got the original markings on it. Richard Brothers Sons Limited, Sheffield. Tent, Sheffield. And down the bottom here, where is it? There it is. The broad arrow mark, and it's looking like, what is that? Probably 1940 something, I would imagine. Yeah, 1940 something, I would say. And it's very, very stiff indeed. If I can get this apart, clean it up and get it working again. It's obviously seen quite a bit of work, being probably in a, I don't know, military toolkit of some description. But I wonder if I can get this apart actually. God, blimey. Okay, so it's freed itself up about here then. There we go. Not too badly damaged then, that's alright. That's cool. There's a little roller. Okay. Get that back together again. And it starts to get really tight just there. Okay, so that was from my favourite stall. That would have been £1. And there's this little fellow here as well, look. Now this has got, here we go, British made. I don't believe for a moment this is a King Dick. There's no King Dick markings on here at all, so this is obviously made by someone else here in the UK. This one's also very stiff, so this will need a good cleaning. In fact, I think I'll probably put both of these into the ultrasonic cleaning tank at work. It is working a little bit though, so that's quite a nice little one. There was another King Dick there, but when I saw these two here, I thought, let's get something different. Get that one for me, colleague. This one for my collection, British made. No markings on it at all, no government markings. So there we go, so that's those two. Don't forget guys, you can pause the video and put down in the comments what you think the manufacturer is of this little fellow here. Okay then, guess what guys? Yes, I've done it again. More footprints. I believe, possibly maybe, these two were out of the same toolbox, so I had to keep them as a set. I've picked this out of one box and this was in another different box. So I thought, well, yeah, I've got to get these two because they look like they might be a pair anyway. So we'll look at those in a moment. There's a little, what is that? I think that's an 8-inch, possibly an 8-inch pipe wrench there. We'll have a look at that in a moment. But let's take a look at this first, shall we, guys? Look at this. It's a Wilkins tool, I think. Zoom in there a bit. Yeah, so we've got Wilkinson's there. Limited probably, I don't know what that says there, so look, can't really read that. GPO 1942, so that's really interesting, isn't it? That'll be the part number for the tool itself. But what it's all about, I really don't know. Perhaps you guys could tell me what it was used for. We've got a little thumb wheel here that allows it to open. It's sprung loaded, as you can see. This one still works quite nicely. We've got little this little smooth jaws. Are they smooth jaws in there? I think so. Are they smooth? Oh no, wait a minute. They might have little marks in there. Yeah, I think it might have little marks in there. Yes, we definitely appear to have some marks in there. I don't know what they're all about. What about on the other side? Possibly. Okay, so what this was used for, I don't really know at all. What's that? Oh, somebody's marked there, look. Any other marks on this thing? No. I believe we've got a little, that might be a little bit of brass in here. Whatever that thing's all for. That little thing there doesn't look like a bit of brass. So this cost me £1. Quite like that. If you know what that was used for, please let me know down in the comments. Obviously, I would imagine preparing the ends of cables for connectors or what have you. But that's an interesting little bit of kit, isn't it? Next up, this little, I believe it's an 8-inch pipe wrench. I think it's an 8-inch. It certainly looks like one to me. But it's a little teeny Garrington. Don't know if you can read that in there, but it says Garrington. And obviously on the other side, Blackbird. This one's in a right filthy state, as you can see. I've got two other Blackbirds, two larger ones, but I thought I'll definitely have to pick this one up. Still got its original spring in there. It's absolutely filthy, so this will be going into the ultrasonic cleaning tank as soon as I get back to work again on Tuesday. I'll be taking this in. I'll have several tools in there by the looks of it. But that's quite a nice little job, isn't it? I quite like that one. Nice little Garrington Blackbird there. What do you think, guys? Any ideas yet? Okay, let's move along to my favourite tools. 2 footprint wrenches. And as I say, I believe these probably came from the same toolbox, because they both have this style of embossing on the hook just there. This one's exactly the same, as you can see. I'm going to say they're both from the same toolbox actually, guys. This is a 9-inch version, like I need another 9-inch footprint wrench, but as you can see, this one here is in very nice condition. Hardly any rust or filth on it at all. No wear that I can see very much. It's definitely been used. We have the original pivot pin too. Very nice example. This here is a 12-inch. I already have a 12-inch, but not in this condition, and are probably a lot older as well. Again, we have the original pivot pin, as you can see right there. Got the embossing, footprint made in England stamped very clearly on the handle, and everything is in very good condition. Again, this has probably hardly been used, almost. It even looks like you could see where the original price tag was just here, look. NOS, I would say. I'm getting quite a collection of these. In fact, yeah, look. You can still see the burrs where it was stamped through. Let's have a look at that. You can still see the burrs on the holes where these holes were punched out, look. So I would say myself, this particular wrench hasn't seen a great deal of work. I like to find them in this condition when they're like this. It's really nice, because you know, you do find some that are battered and bashed about with the pivot pin missing, like that other wrench I've got down there, which you're supposed to be guessing on, guys. But yeah, it goes together quite nicely. It just needs putting into degreasing. We'll degrease it. It's got some very, very light rusting going on it. Look at the riveting. What would I say this one was? Maybe the 60s, possibly 60s. As I say, I've got an idea this one probably came from the same toolbox. This is a bit grubbier. The holes are fairly crisp again. So, yeah. Okay, guys, let's take a look at this little fellow right here then. This is a 9-inch footprint wrench style. Have you put your guesses down the bottom yet? Pivot pin's missing, which is a shame. But it looks like somebody's cut and filed the bolt so it doesn't stick too far through. As I say, we have a military issue stamp on it just here. Is that 50 something? I don't know, 30 or 50 something maybe. It's not in too bad a condition. A little bit of light rusting on it. Right, let's do a reveal then, guys. Buck and Hickman. There we go. A Buck and Hickman footprint wrench copy made in England. Whenever I find these copies, I like to pick them up. And when I first saw this one in the box and all the other tools, I thought, oh, 9-inch footprint wrench. But then I spotted the name, I thought, no, that's definitely not a footprint, but it's a very good copy. Riveting leaves a little bit to be desired just there. But yeah, that'll clean up quite nicely, that will. I'll get that in the ultrasonic cleaning tank. So how many of you got that one right then, guys? As you can see, it's a very good copy of a footprint wrench. But time to move along to today's Star Buy. What have we got here then? Blimey, the temperature's gone up even more. Normally it's getting hot in here. 32.6 it is in here now. Now I find this kind of thing quite interesting. We have a looks like Clem travelling iron, Clayton Lewis Miller Limited, London, England. We have the Clem travelling iron list price £1, 13 shillings and 8pence, Southend-on-Sea. Now this, yeah, that's just the manufacturer, that's where it's made then. There's the price on it. I didn't pay £25 for this. This cost me, roughly, if you take off the two little spanners here, £1, I paid £15 for all these three, so that even by my mathematics this was £12. So let's have a look at it, shall we guys? This one may get a little bit dodgy in here. The box isn't too bad a condition. Possibly, I don't know, maybe that's 40s style packaging. Not really sure, 40s or 50s style packaging. Let's get it out. There it is. What do you think of this look, guys? It's got the old-fashioned plug it into the ceiling rose style plug on the end of it. I think I can remember my mother plugging irons into the ceiling rose back in the day. But look at this little fellow here, look. There's a little bit of rust on it just here. It's quite a heavy little thing. Got a solid plate. There's obviously no steam. Oh, hello. Nice and shiny on the bottom end of things then. 200 to 250 volts, can we see that? Clem, 200 to 250 volts. Patent applied for, oh, there we go, 1945 possibly. Nice. Clayton Lewis Miller, British made. Nice and shiny. But isn't this a dinky little thing? Look at that, little travel iron. Nice, I like that. It's quite hefty too, as I say. Got the lead on it there. Now then, where things could get a little bit dodgy is in here. We've got this little, yeah, and there's all this stuff in the bottom which I'm not happy about either. But we've got this little plate to stand it on, there's little feet in that, with the paint's coming off of it. But unfortunately I've got an idea this is asbestos, so that's not good for a start. Don't know what we can do with that. It's probably, I don't know if I could even get my friends to list this on eBay with that plate in there. Would I be able to sell it with that asbestos plate in there on eBay? I don't know. But yeah, once I saw this little fellow, I had to have it. I thought it's a great little thing, isn't it? What do you think, guys? It's my star buy for today. What do you think? Like that. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but I think there's lots, a little bit of asbestos here on my little table here, so I'm going to have to carefully get rid of that lot. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit dodgy then. Okay then guys, so as it's getting really hot in the conservatory, I think I'm going to have to bring this video to an end because we've got 33.7 in here now by the looks of it. Okay, so what is your favourite here? Please let me know which your favourite tool is amongst all this lot. Obviously mine are the two footprints and the Buck and Hickman footprint wrench copy, like that. I do like my star buy, the Clem travelling iron, although looking at it, it doesn't seem to go anywhere at all, it just seems to stay there. I do hope we've not all caught asbestosis from this. We've got a nice little Garrington the Blackbird to go with my other two Garrington Blackbirds. I believe this is an 8-inch one here. Then we've got two 4.5-inch little wrenches here. This one's for my colleague at work. This one just says British made, so I'm not sure who made that one. I'll have to look in secret, see if I can find it in my adjustable spanner book. And if any of you guys know what this was used for back in the day, I think it was for terminating cables. And no, it wouldn't have been optic fibres either, I wouldn't have thought, to be honest with you guys. So we'll rule that one out straight away. It's cables, copper cable I would imagine. This is quite nice too. Don't know how old this is, but this is quite nice. I like this. 50p, not bad at all for that. So I spent a little bit more this week, guys. Now I think I've got some really interesting stuff here, especially the asbestosis. I mean the travel iron here. My favourites. Let me know what your favourite is, guys. And asbestos permitting, I will see you guys next week. Hopefully, I should be going to a boot sale next week, but I'll catch you guys on the next one then.